Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Judy and you are watching Running So and So. First of all, thank you so much for the love that is coming in on my last video. It's wonderful, thank you so much. I'm really pleased you've enjoyed it. It's very hard when you've got a sewing channel and you're putting out something just a little bit different, but we all value friendship and the whole of last weekend was all about friendship. So thank you so much for embracing it beautifully, because that's what I wanted you to do. But I thought I'm going to take a little bit of a leaf out of Rachael from the French Seams, a vlogging itinerary, and I watched a vlog from Rachael, so I'll try and find it and link it in the description box below. Sorry Rachael, I hope you don't mind me doing this. But she did a bit of a diary vlog and I thought I've not done a diary vlog for ages, so I am shamelessly magpieing Rachael's idea and thought I'd do one too, because it's half term over here. So you all know what I've done for the beginning of my half term because you've already had that vlog. And you know what happened yesterday, which was Monday. I had no electricity and so far so good, everything's here. And I can update you, spoken to O2, my mobile provider. And they're giving me some compensation because I've had no signal. And I went out again today with the dogs, had no signal. But I have been having a very restful day because I need one, but also I have spent the day cutting out patterns and I thought I need to show you what I've been doing. So I have been preparing patterns ready for sewing because I always find it easier if I have everything cut out and ready to go. And a lot of you will remember, oh my goodness me, it could be up to 2 years ago, Ruan came out with this wonderful idea of the project wallet. Now the project wallet for me is excellent, absolutely love the idea, but it's better for me if the contents are cut out and ready to go. So these are projects to cut out. All of these are waiting to be cut out. I need Ultimate Trousers by Sew Over It. Here they are in green, ready to go. This is the Mississippi dress by Sew House 7. I'm not going to show you all the patterns. This one is to go next. You might recognise this fabric. It's the last Beyond the Pink Door fabric, which I thought I'd washed and I hadn't. So I better get that in the washing machine. Over she goes. And in it goes. I'm going to put that on now. Now, it'll kick into life. There you are. Whew, feel so embarrassed about that. Whew. There the washing machine goes. You will note that I threw it in the washing machine. I didn't use any detergent. I don't tend to use detergent when I'm washing it. All I'm wanting to do is for it to shrink down. That's the priority. This is the Atelier Jupe L jumpsuit. I've mentioned these to you before. Then I thought, hold on a minute, Judy. You've got a goodly selection of Beyond the Pink Door beautiful boxes. Look at that. Look at all those nice, you know. So I've got some projects in here ready to go. At the top, I have a surprise pattern for another vlog coming up soon. 2 of these are surprise patterns because it is so fruity. Those are my So Fruities. I shall put those to one side, but they're not cut out and they need to be cut out because if the contents of these boxes are cut out, it makes my life easier. This one is the daiquiri dress, I'm pretty certain. No, it's not the daiquiri dress. It's a new one to be added to my list. And I have today spent most, as I said earlier, spent most of the day separating the pattern pieces. This is the Arya dress by Sew Different Patterns. Now, when I went to the gathering, the lady Laura, who runs Sew Different and is this designer, she was wearing the Arya dress in the most beautiful, like a sheer. I'm sorry, Laura, if I've got this wrong, but it looked, from memory, as if it was lovely sheer fabric over a solid, and it was black, if I remember rightly. But I've got this lovely Nerida Hanson that I bought with my birthday money from Andrew at Beyond the Pink Door. It's just a lovely cotton poplin, and I thought it would make a lovely Arya dress for me to wear during the summer, should we ever get one. because I'm not joking. I feel like I should just tell you, I've got my socks on my feet. You won't actually see them. I don't think I can get my... Oh, you can. Look, there's my sock. Peeking through the side. Not bad for 62 and a half. That was it, ladies and gentlemen. Managed to get my leg lifted. No, I shouldn't say that, actually, should I? Anyhow. But I am sat here now, and I am putting together the pieces for the Montevilla dress by Sew House 7, which I'm going to make in the Nerida Hansen fabric we got in the March boxes. Here she is talking about the March box when the May box is due to drop in the middle of this video, because this one can be shelved and I can then do the box and then I can come back to this. Yes, I wanted to tell you, I wanted to share something with you. Because as you know, I shall keep mentioning this. I know it's not my turn to vlog about Sew 7 Together, but there is this lovely challenge, Sew 7 Together. If you've not got one of your 2 patterns that Peggy's got an offer for us, head over to Sew House 7. You can either buy the Sauvé or the free range slacks or both, and you will get 25% off with the code Sew 7 Together. But we're saying Sew 7, so any Sew House 7 pattern. And my wardrobe is getting a little Sew House 7 heavy. And I thought, you know, I'll just carry on with it. Why not? So I am doing the Montevilla dress, but I'm actually going to do what they call the mini dress. Because I'm slightly shorter, a mini dress is going to come out as a at the knee dress for me. But the beautiful thing about the pattern is, and I'm going to hold it up here and I'm going to peer to the side, but down the side here it tells you which of the pages you actually need. Now let me pull it back again. I need version 2, the mini dress, and it tells me there which pattern pieces I need. And when you get the diagram that looks like that and you think, oh heck, have I got to do all of that? No, I don't. I don't need to do this bit at the top. I only need to do these bits at the bottom. So, message, Judy's top tip of the video today. Check to see if you've got one of these lovely guides. And I'm actually going to I might mention that to Peggy when I see her in the summer and say that is fantastic. I have bought another pattern from Sew House 7 today, and I've sent it off to a pattern company to be printed. And I have started using a company, and they've not asked me to say this. This is my experience. All the views on this channel are my own. All the experiences are my own. There is no advertising. That is one thing I feel quite strongly about. I personally, don't mind what anybody else does, I personally do not want to get involved in ads. I'm using Patternzy on the recommendation of one of my friends, Pam. She used Patternzy and she's had a really good experience with them, and I thought, you know, I'm going to give them a go. Sent off for a pattern to be printed for a pattern test, which I've got to do at the same time as all of this. I've got the pattern. I sent the patterns to them at about 1 o'clock, and at 3 o'clock today I got an email saying my order had been dispatched. So in less than 24 hours my 3 patterns will be here, which is just phenomenal, and you can't complain at that. So I'm just going to stick together the last few pieces that I need for this, which are pieces, she says, looking to catch the light. I need pieces 33 and 34, and then I can stick them together. Oh, and the other thing I've done on this one, I've done a layer print, and with a little bit of help from Mrs. Stitched Up and Google, I managed to get, should I say Google, YouTube, I managed to print out in layers. So I'm only printed out the size I need for this. But I have got my wallet ready for the Montevilla dress here, my little clip wallet, and I will be putting the pattern pieces that I printed out into this wallet. Now, had I read these instructions clearly before I printed them, I would only have printed the pages I needed. But if I want to make the long version, I've got everything here ready. So on that note, I'm going to say, I'll see you tomorrow, like Rachael did. I'll see you tomorrow. And I'm off to Melanie's to watch the sewing bee. So maybe I will share some thoughts on the sewing bee tomorrow. I don't know. I'll just see. It's always very hard sharing your thoughts on the sewing bee because some people have different views to you, don't they? So I enjoyed it last week though. I thought actually they were quite a really good matched bunch. And it was interesting to see that nobody actually finished the pattern challenge. So it will be interesting to see how they cope with this week. So here you go. Come on, girls. Stop drinking. We're just going to try and go those few extra meters just to increase my stamina. They've been really good. But I'm going to show you them in the woods because there's a pond for dogs to go down in. So here we are, end of the wood walk. There's some ponds over there. You going to go? Off you go then. Oh, it's going slowly. Shouldn't normally go this slowly. So I'm now going to get Maggie ready. It's quite a nap. So in order to let them go, I have to put the paracord back through. So off you go, Maggie. Go find Poppy. There they go. What they want to do is they're going to jump into this ridiculously smelly pond. Even I don't want to take my running shoes through that. Here they go. You splash. There we go. It's disgusting. The smellier the better, I've decided, with these dogs. In fact, there was a poor chap coming back from the temple, and he came down from there and I went, they've just gone in there for their cool down walk, their cool down. And I said, you're going to get splashed. He thought it was hilarious. I was very embarrassed. So off they go. But their running harnesses are safe on them, and they've got their collars on. Totally safe on them because the paracord has been swung back on. Yes, I have to remember it's half term, school holidays, so it's dog time, isn't it? Dog time. It's really like home cooked food, isn't it? Yes. And I'm with this lady. This little man.
He's a sleepy boy. I know, I know.
He's got to be woken up for his food. So as you can see, it's Wednesday. Hope you like the little bits that I took of George and Hannah in York and of me running this morning. It was so beautiful when I went out this morning. We had a lovely blue sky and there was a really lovely warmth to the air. Now, I am back and I promised you earlier in the week that I would wear a skyline tee by Soho House 7. So here you are. I'm actually going to drop my camera down a touch. I want to try and do this in real time, a bit like Rachael did when she did hers. So I have got some leggings that my daughter bought me ages ago there. So this is the skyline tee. Now the skyline tee you can have with a high front and a high back here, or you can have it with a scooped back or a scooped front, or you can have it with a high back and a V-neck front, or a low back and a V-neck front. You can have cap sleeves, you can have the little blues on balloon sleeve, or you could have a long balloon sleeve. The choice is you can mix and match, and you are meant to make it, please note they use the word meant to make it, in a 4-way stretch. I had this in my stash, it is a 2-way stretch. And you know, it's beautiful. It's made up so well. Such an easy make. I had this cut out, I had this in a nail cut out last week and I whipped them both up in an evening, which is why I like cutting out in advance. So let me just put myself back up. Oh. So, following on from last night, I have my Beyond the Pink Door box fabric from April already washed and now ironed, ready to cut out this evening. And I want to cut out my Montevilla dress by Soho House 7 as well this evening. Those are the aims. Whether they happen is another matter altogether, but we can have aims. For the moment now, I'm going to make myself some dinner. I'm going to make a quiche. So I need to make some pastry and then just put the quiche bit together. I'm just going to put a little tiny thin lining of pastry on it just to give it a little bit of crispiness. But I'm going to go outside. I'm going to do a bit of gardening because I just fancy it. Just fancy a little bit of gardening. So I'll catch you up when I've done a little bit of gardening. Happy Wednesday! No, I'm going to get this wrong. Happy Thursday, everybody. I hope you're all well today. Yesterday I didn't do much recording at all, did I? But I did go to town and I actually bought some denim. And the denim is in the washing machine and you can just hear it there in the background. I have washed my Nerida Hansen fabric that I need for my Montevilla dress. It looks like it's not been washed because it's been through the wash and it's been ironed. And I have a feeling I might have washed and ironed it twice. Maybe I need to start putting a little sticker on there or adding it onto my stash hub. You have washed this. But anyhow, washed and ironed, ready to go. down below here at the moment. So the cutting table, this is how I left it last night when I went to bed, because, you know, well, I suppose one of the advantages of being on your own now is that you can leave things out ready to come back to. And this is a Remy Raglan, and I found in my stash this beautiful, I wonder if I can zoom in on it. It's blush coloured fabric. There you go, what do you think of that? And I'm going to make a Remy Raglan with it, and I'll tell you what I'm thinking of wearing with it, and that is my beautiful grape coloured free range slacks. That's a little bit of sew-7ing together there. What do we think of that? I thought that would look quite nice together. Remy Raglan. Raglan. Beautiful top. I'm doing the one with a little opening at the bottom. I just thought it would be a lovely, easy fit top. This fabric is out of my stash. Hello, happy Friday. Yes, it's Friday. Do you know, this weekly vlog, I'm sitting here and I'm chatting to you first thing in the morning, and I'm stood in the kitchen looking outside. It's windy. And what am I wearing? An Ogden cami. An Ogden cami that I've had for years. You know, if you look after your clothes, you can wear them over and over again. And I'm a slow sewer, but I am setting up for a big sewing project. And I need to tell you about a massive win last night. Absolutely massive win. Sometimes when you're vlogging, you think, oh, I need to show everybody this, and I need to show people that. And I did fantastic pattern Tetris, and I forgot to vlog it. I was cutting out the beautiful Montevilla dress. I'll just put a picture in here, by Sew House 7, in the stunning Nerida Hansen fabric that we got in the April boxes. Let me just grab a piece out to show you. This one. And do you know something? I can probably even grab you a Montevilla dress. Should we do that instead of a picture? Ta-da! There you are. Now, I am doing the mini version, which would come up to about to the knee. And it's drafted for a 5'7", I think, 5'7", 5'8" person, 5'6". But the mini dress came to just above my knee when I measured it, and I thought, no, I need it a little bit lower. So I've taken it down by 15 centimetres or 6 inches. It's entirely up to you how you work. Look at that, I've given you both on a Friday morning. But when I was cutting it out and I was laying it on the fabric and I was laying it on the fold, and I thought, there's a heck of a lot of waste, and you could see the waste building up down the side. So I stopped and I cut off the bit that had all been used. There was nothing I could use in the other fabric. And I thought, I wonder if I can get an Ogden cami out of it. And I have. So I have a bonus item. Now, I am going to make some Pietra shorts in, she says, going into a stash cupboard. Look at this. I have a lovely piece of linen here. It's peach linen by Atelier Brunette. And I think it will go. And this is me trying not to add things into my sewing. Do we think that would match? It's perfect holiday wear, isn't it? Perfect summer wear. Well, they are forecasting slightly warmer weather this weekend, so we might be lucky. Anyway, I'm going to leave that piece of fabric out. So that is a total stash bust. The Pietra shorts, put a picture in there, by Closet Core. I have that pattern, I just need to print it off again. I've discovered I can print in layers. Oh, if I can find the pattern, I will just trim around the pattern. It might be in there. It's a question of, can I be bothered to look for it? I have cut out my Remy Raglan in the lovely viscose. It's viscose with a little bit of a fleck in it. I don't think you can actually see that. Let me put that up. There you are, you can see it, it's taken it. That's cut out, and my Sorby sundress is cut out for the Sew 7 Together challenge. There's the code. Do not forget to go and check it out again. So we're doing well with the cutting. The Mississippi dress is, do you know I want to say Mississippi mud pie? Oh, I hope Peggy's not watching it. Mississippi mud pie, if you don't know, was a dessert that we had years ago. Oh my God, it was basically death by chocolate. It was a lovely dessert, very rich. Anyhow, that dress is nearly cut out, and I've got a good 3/4 of a metre left, but the fabric's only 115 centimetres wide. So Actually, no, I'll take that back. I have not finished cutting it out yet, and I have to cut the strips on the bias, and that is really frustrating because you know full well that you're not going to make the best use of the fabric. So I might have a think about that and see if I can do some continuous binding strips. But having said that, there's a lot of binding to do. Let me take you through and show you. Hold on a minute. My waffle is cooking. I'm off to Castle Howard today. Sorry about the lighting change. There's my waffle. And I've got my lunch nearly ready. I've got to go in 15 minutes and I'm vlogging. How naughty. So let me just spin it round. I have moved my cutting out from the kitchen to my dining room table. I'm looking down on it so the height's better. I love cutting out in the kitchen for the height. But these, if you've got one of these heat mats on your dining room table or on any table you eat on, they are absolutely fantastic because they stop the fabric moving. It sort of gives it a bit of adherence. So, I'll give you my waffle. So, this is what I've got left at the moment. And these are the strips that I have got to cut out on the binding, on the bias. So, I may look and see if I check the tutorial I did and just refresh my memory on how to do the continuous binding strip. And I might be able to do it on this bit here. And I've got 2 bits of that. And it might give me enough so that I can keep this near enough 75 centimetres of this stunning fabric to use again for something else. But this is the Mississippi dress. This was the Mississippi Avenue, and this was one of the first patterns that Peggy did. Do you like this? I am today wearing a lovely new Naya t-shirt. Don't we just love the Naya t-shirt? It's such an easy, comfortable make, and you know, it's so smart. This is just a beautiful, like, I think it's a mixture of cotton and viscose t-shirting. Really simple, and I've done some beautiful cover stitching around the sleeves and around the neck. I really love cover stitching at the neckline. Can you see here? And of course, me being me, I've cover stitched the hem as well. I've just come back from Hannah's. We've had the most lovely afternoon, and baby George has met his great-grandparents. He's met David's parents, so it's one little picture here and then another one here. So both his great-grandparents, and Ollie was there too. I think we're a bit lacking in pictures, so here's a quick picture of Ollie with his mum. It's been a lovely afternoon spent with family, but I am really, really tired, and I do have a pattern test to do. So I am going to get on with my pattern test, and I'm really sorry it's been a very, very quiet day for filming. The whole point of doing a diary vlog is that we can talk to you each day, but sewing for me is something I do when I've absolutely got nothing else to do. And being on my own, you've got to be realistic, because I've had to cut the grass and I've done my washing and I've walked the dogs and I've done the shopping. And now it's my time to do some sewing. So I'm going to turn on the overlocker, and you know, I might just leave the camera running, so I'm just going to stop it for a minute Here's my little look at half term, and I have a confession to make. I said I'd see you later on Friday, and I didn't, because I went out for dinner with my husband's sister-in-law. There's a picture of David somewhere. There he is, look. So it was David's brother and his wife and my in-laws, who are absolutely amazing, and they're doing fantastically, and they're in their 90s. And then on Sunday, when I got back from Castle Howard, no sooner when I got back and got back from the dog walk, then my brother knocked on the door. So that was my weekend completely done. And I'm just going to tip this down. My lovely Mississippi dress is still in the same state as it was when I last mentioned it to you. But I did say I bought a piece of fabric in York. So I bought myself a piece of denim to make the stunningly new Oxbow pants by Sew House 7. I know, I'm turning into a bit of a Sew House 7 freak, but it's actually working out quite nicely, because everything I'm choosing is all from Sew House 7 and they all seem to mix together. So I've actually gone with it, and I thought I'm just going to go for it. So knowing they were coming out, I thought I'll buy this, and I bought it from a shop in York called Boys, and the fabric in Boys isn't particularly expensive. So a bit of a wearable toile with this particular one, which I will be looking forward to making. They look absolutely fantastic. So what else have I done? Since the weekend and all those things, I have done my pattern test for the company I'm doing the pattern test for, and the garment is unbelievable. It feels as though I'm wearing secret pajamas. I finished it last night and I didn't want to take them off. I could have gone to bed in them. That's how comfortable they were. Absolutely fantastic. The pattern designer has kicked it out the park with this one. Superb. Absolutely love it. That's basically what I've put in my feedback, but I have been feeding back to her all the way through. And apart from that, that is where I'm at. I am still cutting out, but as part of the big cutout, I'd cut out this pattern test, and just to be able to pull it out and sit and sew it was just fantastic. So moving forward for the rest of this week, I want to finish the Mississippi dress, and I have one other thing to cut out, but that has got fruit on it. So that's going to give you a little bit of a hint to say that I will be back on the 8th of June, because that's my day for the So Fruity Challenge being currently run by Yvette from Blossom Sandwich, and Yvette is also Stash Hub. So I am going to look forward to seeing you all on Sunday with my make for So Fruity. I'm going to start it. I'm not going to wear it finished because I want to keep it for the reveal day. So for now, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed what I've brought to you today. If you have, give me a like, comment and a subscribe. Any interaction is fantastic. I am climbing up towards that 4,000, so if you haven't already subscribed, here's a reminder, and click the button down below, and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye bye.